Coming up on this edition of Reel to Reel, we have kicked off the second semester of school.
I present you our astronauts. We have 31 participants.
Students from McCool believed in themselves as they took part in their annual spelling bee.
We want to make sure that our astronauts are well prepared for the world.
Plus, the future of our healthcare is in our schools, as Covenant Hospital hosted a lunch and learn at Dunbar College Preparatory Academy.
We're really hoping to have a series of lunch and learn opportunities. This is a push-in series, so we come out to the campuses each time and visit with our students and give them an opportunity to use those tools of the trade.
And Red Raider head football coach Joey McGuire inspired our career and technical education teachers to kick off their new semester.
And to watch a man who coaches sports and works with athletes, but also knows the importance of the academic side, who knows the importance of the relationship building side. He was the perfect mentor and example to welcome our teachers. And
we showcase our competition prep videos as we traveled across the Hub City to tell you why our schools are so special. All this and so much more on our 18th live edition of Reel to Reel.
This is Reel to Reel going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, and welcome into our 18th edition of Reel to Reel. I'm Jared Owens, a junior from Coronado. I want to say it feels good to be back telling the stories from around our district, and we start out at Dunbar College Preparatory Academy, as they had a Lunch and Learn event with Covenant Hospital. Now, what's a Lunch and Learn? Well, a Lunch and Learn is something our career and technical education coordinators are doing this year, and they plan on doing it all year. And it's where they bring out industry professionals to sit down with our students in a close conversation setting so that they can learn the tricks of trade. And during the lunch event, students did a lot of hands-on learning, and for our coordinators, it was all about career exploration, showing our students that the medical field could be a career path for them.
To me, the future of healthcare is sitting in our schools. And so for years, recruiting was out of town and looking at the college level. And what we want to do at Covenant is show our middle school and our high school kids that you can be anything. And there's so much inside our Covenant Hospital healthcare walls, from lawyers to doctors to nurses to accountants. So we just want to show them you can do anything you want to be, and we just want to help you get to those goals. So to me, this was kind of my dream, was working with the schools and starting to look at what could we do by growing our own, keeping our kids home. And taking them from our school districts and keeping them in Region 17 and in Lubbock. And that's who we want at Covenant. We want the people that want to love on our patients and our families, because that's who we're caring for, are our neighbors and our brothers and sisters. And so what great opportunity to get to come in here and really mold youth. I mean, the world is wide open to them. They're so excited, and they're just dreaming of what can I do, and we get to be part of that dream and part of that journey. So it is the favorite part of my job.
That's really cool. I bet that made a lot of students excited about their futures. And coming back here to the ATC, Lubbock ISD career and technical education teachers hope for an awesome start to the second semester after hearing from a big-time guest speaker. As you can see, the meeting room was filled to the brim with excited teachers to hear from none other than Texas Tech head football coach Joey McGuire. He talked about his past as a teacher and his favorite teacher from his childhood. He also reminded teachers about their why, and from what I heard from the teachers, it was just what they needed for them to be ready to welcome students back for the second semester.
So coming back to second semester, it was really important to us that we got teachers excited, remotivated, and helped them remember their why, of why they serve in the classroom and why they do what they do for kids. And we could think of no better example than welcoming Texas Tech head football coach Joey McGuire to come and to kick us off. Absolutely, I think one of Coach McGuire's best traits is his ability to inspire and to motivate. And as a former teacher, special education teacher, high school coach, and now a collegiate coach, he really was the best one to welcome us back, to help get everyone excited on our CTE game day, and to get us ready for the next year.
I bet he gave an awesome and inspiring speech to our teachers. And we want to give a special shout out to Kayla Ansell from Lubbock High Culinary for helping to get Coach out for our visit. Now, let's go to the middle school ranks. Are you a good speller? In the instant messaging world that we live in, spelling is often overlooked, but not at McCool Academy. 31 students from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade all participated in their third annual spelling bee. And the staff at McCool is so proud of the hard work and dedication that each learner put into making this bee a success. We wanted to congratulate our winner and runner-up. Rashida Powell is our spelling bee champion 2 years in a row, and Connor Davis is our McCool runner-up. Both boys made this a great competition and are on to the district meet.
We want to make sure that our astronauts are well prepared for the world. And so we want them to be great spellers. We want them to be great in academics. We want them to be successful wherever they go. And if it's something small like winning the spelling bee, then that's just one success towards others that they hopefully will come across in their lives.
Congrats to the winners. And like I said before, after winning this, they moved on to the district round, where they will compete with other schools from our amazing district. And one of those schools that will be competing at the elementary level is Wolfforth. The Wildcats hosted their spelling bee early this Friday morning, where the championship word was instead. Congrats to Gregorio Macias on winning the Wolfforth spelling bee. That's so cool. And you know what they say? What's the smartest insect? The spelling bee. Sorry, I had to. Now, we turn to our work that we have done in class. Students have officially back on campus as of today 5 total days. And when we got back, we were challenged to do a story and turn it in 3 days. And we started out at Estacado High School with Angel Boyd and Nevaeh Cairns as they show us what makes the Matador community so special.
School is a special place to be because we consider ourselves family. If you talk to any of my staff members, colleagues, they'll tell you that when you walk into this building with students, it's a family, it's a feeling of community, and that we all get along and work well together.
Here at Estacado High School, they encourage their kids to be college ready and career ready with their early college program here at the home of the Matadors.
We have around 273 students, so about 31% of our student population here is early college high school. Our students have access to take 60 hours at no cost to them. So when they graduate from Estacado High School, they're also graduating with 60 college hours as well. One thing that we pride ourselves in is that we say that our students have to be successful on and off the field. And so if they're not doing their work in the classroom, then they are not going to be disciplined athletes as well.
Great work by our crew. Estacado is a great school with great opportunities for their students. Now let's go to the middle school ranks as we go out of this world to the home of the astronauts for the second time in this newscast. My team has the story from McCool Academy. Commander William C. McCool Academy is Lubbock ISD's newest magnet school with specialized programming, integrating science and technology, interpreted through engineering and the arts, all based in mathematical elements.
What makes McCool stand out than other schools, first off, is that we are a project-based learning campus. We are a STEAM campus, which is science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. We provide students with an opportunity to collaborate with each other, to grow and learn with each other. Additionally, we allow for our learners to grow within themselves and for them to just foster positive environments here at McCool.
As the only school in the Lubbock area with a focus on project-based learning, the curriculum at McCool Academy creates a student-driven learning environment that fosters inquiry, problem-solving, innovation, and a growth mindset for 21st century skills.
So our students that step onto the campus, they're also going to have to step up to the plate. Our teachers very intentionally teach them the soft skills that will get them ahead in life, such as critical thinking, interpersonal communication, perseverance, and setting healthy boundaries for themselves. This is a hard campus to stay on because they really have to step up to the plate and they have to take control of their learning from the beginning once they get on campus.
As everyone can tell, McCool Academy's main focus is setting students up for success in the future.
Those are the skills that most people don't learn in middle school or elementary or even high school. Sometimes students will go through the process of all 12 years of just kind of working by themselves. Maybe they have a partner here or there, but the real world, the world we live in now, the things we do now is all about collaboration. It's all about how people can work together. And so if we teach those hard skills now, it translates to the future much better.
Thanks to their amazing staff for letting us come out. And our final story of the A Block comes from Xavier Guzman as he takes us to the home of the Cavaliers. Let's take a look.
The area of town where our school is located is really special and unique, and if you're not from here, you may have some different ideas about it, but I think people who know our kids and who walk into this building know that we have some of the best and brightest that come here. So kids who arrive at Cavazos, not only are we preparing them academically, but we have lots of other things to offer too. So we have an amazing piano elective, we have mariachi and orchestra, band and choir, great athletics programs for guys and girls. Our art teacher is incredible. She's been here for a long time too and is just so dedicated to kids. So I think both for electives and for regular classes, not only will kids get a great, well-rounded experience, but they're surrounded by adults who really love and care about them, and that makes us stand out, I think.
Great work by the X-Men. And I don't know about you, but that was a fun A Block. Welcome back to school, y'all. We are not done, as still to come on this edition of Reel to Reel. We have your sports connection featuring an athletic signing and our new Open to Basketball broadcast. But first, we show a few more of our school stories and tell you what's trending from the South Plains to the world. You won't want to miss that next on Reel to Reel, only on Lubbock ISD TV.
Last year, our second-year students taught our teachers about social media. So this year, we decided to revisit.
And you just snapped. You know, you can start a streak by doing that.
A streak?
It's where you continuously snap someone every day.
Can I see the streak of my dog? My dog is much cuter than this dog.
Am I live? Like Facebook Live?
What's the story?
Hey, I moved over to TikTok.
At least you know how to say it.
Look like there is progress being made.
With Lubbock ISD TV, our fans can always check out the highlights of all our shows and sports broadcasts by following our social media. Super fans can get even more access by watching live streams, video on demand, and more on our website. And for our fanatics who still can't get enough of Lubbock ISD TV, we have uncut footage of Caleb Galbraith making a sandwich, just for you. Keep up to date with all things Lubbock ISD TV on all our platforms.
I just work here.
Welcome back to Reel with hosts Ethan Martirena and Jared Owens. Sports with Angel Boyd. Weather with Nevaeh Cairns. Trending now with Julius Ganelli. Now back to the desk as we continue our 18th episode of Reel to Reel.
Welcome back to Reel to Reel. Sadly, Ethan had a soccer game today, so he's not here with us, but you will see him soon on the anchor desk. You know, right now we are all getting in a few things, getting our drone certifications, getting ready for our competitions, and telling great stories on our amazing schools. As we head on over to Brown Elementary to kick off our B block of the show.
Welcome to Brown Elementary School, home of the Buffaloes. Here at Brown, students are set up for success with their many programs focusing on 4 types of student graduate outcomes, those being communication, problem solving, collaboration, and agency. But what sets the school apart from other elementaries is its newly implemented STEM program.
This year we have started Project Lead the Way medical STEM class. Similarly to how all of our kiddos go to art, music, library, our students go once a week, pre-K through 5th grade, into a medical STEM Project Lead the Way class. We use Project Lead the Way Launch, which is the elementary version, and we are focusing in on the health modules. We're really excited to inspire our students to grow and learn and hopefully go into the medical STEM fields. It starts right now, building that foundation, and like I said, I keep using that word, but it's truly to inspire our students and to plant that seed so that they know I can do this.
Great work there by Emma and Naomi. Brown is one of our many amazing schools, and speaking of amazing schools, Carson Ward and Sienna Villa take us to one of my old schools for this next story. Let's take a look.
Located on the west side of town, you can find the home of the Warriors. James H. Whiteside opened in August of 1983 and has strived for success every day since then.
We stand out when you compare us to other elementary schools because we have a tradition of excellence here. So over the years, we have traditionally performed very high when compared to other elementary schools. We're currently an A-rated campus by the state of Texas. We earned all 6 distinctions, which is something that only 4 elementary schools in all of Lubbock ISD have done. So we're very proud of the accomplishments of our students and our teachers.
Whiteside's mission is to nurture, develop, and inspire every child that attends their school.
Some of the great things we have to offer are robotics, chess club, UIL, cross country, plus our outstanding academic classes that we offer here at Whiteside.
This amazing school strives to create a friendly and comfortable environment for every Whiteside Warrior, and it is displayed every single day. For Lubbock ISD TV, I am Sienna Villa.
Great work by our crew. You saw 5 stories on 5 great campuses. And next week, we continue on shining a spotlight on our amazing schools. And I can't wait. Now, on a much different note, let's turn to our newest segment on the show as we send it over to Julius, who is standing by on the Trending Now set. Julius?
Thanks so much, Jared. I am Julius Canela, and let's get into what is trending right now. We start here locally. The trending news here in Lubbock is that Joyland will not be reopening. The investors that were going to buy the 73-year-old amusement park backed out as of January 11th. To the world scene, it is the book that everyone is talking about. Yes, Prince Harry's highly anticipated memoir, Spare, has hit the shelves, and it contains a slew of allegations against the British monarchy. And did you see this? A high-speed viral vid and some clever detective work led a police chase suspect being brought down by his own TikTok videos. To the consumer scene, customers and businesses are seeing an increase in egg prices and a shortage at grocery stores.
I've noticed it being $1 a dozen to now $5 a dozen. Definitely the prices have went from comfortability to not.
A new treatment offering hope for Alzheimer's patients, as the FDA has accelerated the approval of an Alzheimer's drug that has appeared to slow cognitive decline in clinical trial. To the movie scene, Nicolas Cage saddles up for his first Western as a retired gunslinger facing the consequences of his past in a movie titled The Older Way.
It's the first time I've really been invited to do a traditional Western, so to speak. And I'm not getting any younger, so I was happy to jump in.
Another big name, Tom Hanks, plays a grumpy widower unsettled by his new neighbors in a film based on the popular novel A Man Called Otto.
Every time he opens the door, you're seeing his whole life on display right then and there.
Are you always this unfriendly?
I am not unfriendly.
Okay, you're not. Every word you say is like a warm cuddle.
And finally, Disney's Marvel dropped a new trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
You thought you could win. I don't have to win. We both just have to lose.
And that's going to do it for What is Trending. I hope you have a wonderful start to your new year, and I'll send it back to Jared at the desk.
Thanks, Julius. I might have to go see that Western movie with Nicolas Cage. It looked pretty good. Now, of course, with it being a Friday, we are all excited for the weekend. But the big question is, will the wind still be gusting? I don't know if I can handle my baseball hat blowing away in practice again. Well, Nevaeh joins us now with the answers. Nevaeh?
Thanks, Jared. Let's dive into our forecast for today. Friday the 13th, which I'll say right now, Friday the 13th is better than any Monday. And that's the truth. So, right now, mostly it's sunny with a cool high of 63 degrees. Tonight, we'll dip down to the low 34 degrees, and we'll have winds between 5 and 15 miles per hour coming from the southwest. Let's continue to everyone's favorite part of the weekend. Everybody works for the weekend. Sunday will be warm with a high of 68 and a low of 43, and the winds between 10 and 25 miles per hour from the southwest again. And Sunday will be continued with the trend of warming up slightly with a high of 68 and a low of 43, ending the week with some heavy winds between 15 and 35 miles per hour. So if you're wanting to get outside this weekend, both days will be warm, but Saturday looks like your best bet to get outside. Now, let's advance and take a look on this week's forecast. They will stay high in the 60s and low in the 40s, with Sunday and Tuesday being cloudy and Wednesday and Thursday being sunny. Of course, this weekend, there will be some winds throughout the week, and some of it light and some of it not so much. So be prepared to blow away this week. Now, if you want rain, this isn't the week for that. Our best chance of precipitation comes on Wednesday, with a 2% chance of rain. Not so good with high winds, and no rain means our fire chances are high. So be super careful with outdoor fires this week. Finally, we end things off with the extended forecast. We pick things up this time this week. It'll be sunny with the high in the 50s, and it's a copy and paste. We will have 2 consecutive weeks of high winds, and the lowest winds forecasted to get down to 15 miles per hour. And that's just for the extended forecast, but for the next 2 weeks. So Jared, I know you play baseball. I hope you are ready to play in the high winds and have fun in the good old West Texas the next few weeks.
Thanks so much, Nevaeh. As a guy that plays baseball here in Lubbock, I should be used to the wind, but sadly, I'm not. And still to come on this edition of Reel to Reel, we keep it real with Mr. Ward. But first, we head over to the Sports Connection with Angel Boyd as we had 2 Coronado Mustangs in the NCAA National Championship game. You won't want to miss that on our 18th edition of Reel to Reel.
Being on TV, you always want the perfect show.
5, 4, 3.
And coming up, did you know? No.
Hey Xavier, are you okay? Are you feeling well?
I'm fine, just let me keep going.
And usually, we handle it like professionals.
You just don't have it today. Maybe just next show.
Sometimes you don't have your best stuff, and so we have to bring in a closer.
Let's go.
It's all part of the game.
4, 3.
Welcome back to Lubbock ISD TV, and whoa, I'm excited to be here.
Yo, guess what day it is, huh? Come on, Sienna, guess what day it is?
Tie Tuesday.
No. Come on, Lily, you gotta know what day it is.
Game day.
What?
How happy are Lubbock ISD fans every time we take a broadcast?
I'd say happier than Mr. Ward on game day.
Game day, yeah!
Going live every week is physically and emotionally exhausting. And the last thing we want is going to talk to the media. But we're professionals, and we're willing to do our job.
You know, Jared takes everyone's lines, every show. And it doesn't matter if it was me or the last guy that did the show, whatever his name was. But it's like that every show with Jared. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it's the greatest job in the world. That's what I tell you guys. But when I go home, I just shut down, sit in my chair, and just think, why didn't I steal all of his lines?
Welcome back to Reel to Reel. I'm Angel Boyd, here with your Sports Connection. Cristiano Ronaldo once said, "We don't want to tell our dreams, we want to show them." And that's exactly what Coronado alumni Sonny Dykes and Blair Conright did Monday night. Head coach Sonny Dykes and wide receiver Blair Conright both graduated from Coronado High School, and they are now at TCU, where they competed in the College Football National Championship. Even though the Horned Frogs came up short, it was awesome to see the boys from 34th on the big stage. Keeping it with the Mustangs, Coronado High School star libero Jaylee Morrison is signing with Seminole State up in Oklahoma. She had a phenomenal season, and everyone is so excited to see her play at the next level. Shooting over to basketball, our basketball hype video has been finished. and it's all that we hoped it would be. And we hope you join us on our upcoming broadcast for all to see.
Let me ask you something. How bad do you really want to win? Do you see it in your dreams? Do you want it as bad as those who came before you? Everybody says they are winners until they get a taste of what it takes to be one.
DeVorier, he'll slam it home.
When adversity hits, when pain and uncertainty creeps in, how will you respond? So let me ask you again, how bad do you want to win? Well, we're here to find out.
Great stuff there by Mr. Ward, and with that, here is our official schedule release. We are going to broadcast a total of 16 more games this season, where 6 of those will have Mr. Ward and a student on the headset calling all the action, while the other 10 will be on Fox 34 News. Now, and with how talented our teams are this season, I can't wait for us to get the ball rolling on our basketball coverage. Speaking of talented teams, if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure that we've had teams ranked all season long in the Texas Association of Basketball Coaches polls. It's amazing to see teams in our district being at the top all year long. Speaking of being at the top, the Camp Rock Classic basketball tournament just finished before the new year, and teams from all over played their hearts out. Some of the best basketball I've ever seen in a while. The tournament was nothing short of spectacular from the Lady Plainsmen as they took home the tournament win, defeating the Lubbock Cooper Lady Pirates 71-63. Congratulations to everyone who competed in the tournament. It was a blast, just like it is every year. So Jared, we wanted to say congrats to Monterey. And if you haven't seen the team in action this year, you need to. They are so good. There's a reason why they are ranked in the top spot in the state.
Thanks so much, Angel. And still to come on this edition of Reel to Real, we wrap up the show with Mr. Ward's Keeping It Real. What does he have to say this week? We'll just have to wait and see right after this short commercial break.
Get rolling, Caesar. Come on, Caesar, you can't keep up? Okay, Caesar, I promise that was the last time.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Let's get on the road and tell some stories.
Catch all the on-the-road stories running every day on Lubbock ISD TV.
Welcome back to Reel to Real, only on Lubbock ISD TV. This week on Keeping It Real, I'm going to keep it real short. I want to say I'm excited for the second semester. You see, I made a schedule, an unofficial schedule, but it made me realize something. We are slammed with a bunch of stuff in the second half of school. From basketball to baseball and softball to our contests, and even something new, soccer broadcasts. We're going to be so busy, and I love that. And I think my students, rather your students, are up for the challenge because they're ready. But most importantly, eager to do it. And I'm so honored to be their teacher. Now I know this is a short version of Keeping It Real, but I'm excited for what's to come. Aren't you, Jared?
I am. I'm really looking forward to STN. Thanks so much, Mr. Ward. And we want to thank you so much for tuning in to the latest edition of Reel to Real. Our afternoon class will be back next week for the 19th edition of the show. But until then, we hope you stay happy and healthy.
Executive Producer and Teleprompter, Sam Kunkel. Technical Director, Tolliver Durbin. At the desk, your Reel to Real anchors, Ethan Martiarena and Jared Owens. At the sports desk, Angel Boyd. Your weather with Nevaeh Cairns. Floor Director, Henry Stoser. Working camera, Isaac Contreras. On jib, Dominic Martinez. Audio with Parker Haggard. And trending now with Julius Ganelli.
This has been a production of the students and staff at Lubbock ISD TV.